your beliefs on feminism. As I said, frankly, I don't really care about it. But as I said, when I read the news, I'm getting sick and tired of just reading about how downtrodden women are, the fact that because they got up and went and did their job, that they need to be, renowned for being a lioness or queen.
Feminism may have had a point a long time ago, maybe in the 60s, where they said if a woman wants to work, she shouldn't be a pariah. Yeah, that's fair. But since then, the 80s and up, it's just women trying to be men. Women trying to be in action movies, women trying to be in the fire department, women trying to be the CEO of Bosch spark plugs. And guess what? They make shitty men. They're not good at being men.
Now, it makes sense to me, though, about the idea of personal empowerment. It just like if you feel mentally or physically like you're being bullied, you go out there and you take on a challenge so that you can.
But they don't take on a challenge. Like here in New York, gays are everywhere. Like when you're doing business, especially advertising, especially fashion, obviously, you're surrounded by the velvet mafia. Homosexuals abound. And they will grab your ass. They'll hit on you. You know what you do? You say, what are you doing, dude? Are you serious? And he'd say, you know what? You would get this contract a lot faster if you were a little more fun, if you know what I mean. And you go, I'm not sleeping with you for a contract. Are you insane? I'd rather die. You could even go out and get beers with that homosexual who just hit on you. You don't care because you belong there. You're tough. But these women are so much of the Me Too movement is women just unable to handle normal back and forth that happens in the workforce. They get insulted. They get hit on. Someone grabs their ass. Big deal, ladies. We're dealing with millions of dollars here. Lives are at stake. Things get a little rude. You tell some unfortunate jokes. You use a bad word once in a while. You might say faggot. God forbid you should use a swear word in normal parlance. And these women, they pretend they can handle it, and they just collapse. Here's an example, by the way. I'll just bore you with one example. So there's a movie, what's it called? Manchester by the Sea. And it's a really sad movie with Casey Affleck where his kids die. It's fucking horrible. Don't watch it. But the woman who directed that.
Is there anything else to that statement? I almost felt like you were like, that's it. That's my statement. Don't watch this film.
I don't handle children under duress very well. I wish my newspaper would just black out the stories about a toddler being punched to death. But anyway, kids die in it. It's horrible. But it did very well. It got tons of awards. And the director, it was one of her first times. She decides she's going to persecute Casey Affleck and make him a pariah with her kangaroo court of feminism because him and what's his name, Joaquin Phoenix with the funny hair lip there. They said to her, hey, man, we're going to bang these chicks in your room. Can we use your room for a bit? And so she had to leave her room and while these famous guys banged girls in her bed. And she was mortified. That was kind of a rape. Now, as men, if that happened to you and you had this incredible directorial debut thanks to the benevolence of some famous guys and the two famous bosses, they're your boss, said, hey, I want to bang some chicks. And you know what I would think? I would think, yes, I got one up on the boss. He owes me a favor now. I'll go to the bar. I'll have some whiskey. I hope he doesn't get ejaculate on my pillow. I'll change the sheets. I'll spill some Coca-Cola on my sheets and then get the maid to bring up new sheets. And I probably wouldn't even do that, to be honest. I'd make sure there was no fluids on my pillowcase and I'd be fine. And I would also think this is great news. The boss owes me one. What a great situation. But because she didn't belong in the workforce, she turned it into this big thing where she had been abused. And you think, lady, you don't belong with the big boys here. You can't play with the big kids. Get out of here. Go make some babies. You'd be happier at home.
So it's interesting that you mention this because my primary business is in the media field as well. And one of the two sectors where I noticed that women are 95% in the sectors in the area of marketing and communications. And I'm sure you would notice this yourself.
Yeah, marketing is really hard. You have to spend some man's money. Isn't that? Don't they always end up doing what they'd be doing at home? Like they make great real estate agents. Yeah, because they're showing a home. That's what they do when you come over. Here, let me take you on a tour of our new house. Or they're always managing appointments. Like they'll have a little book and, oh, you have a meeting at this time and you have to do this. They're always doing PR and keeping a schedule. They're saying, I'm not no man's slave. I'm my own person. What do? Oh, I keep appointments for my boss and make sure that he's, his shirts go to the dry cleaner and he's not late for this meeting with this person. Oh, so what a wife does, but you do it for a stranger. Okay. Well, congratulations on your liberation. It must be fun being a woman and hearing you roar.